And gentlemen, this is Discuss TNA Impact Wrestling, coming off of Victory Road, another sold out show. And the crowd pictures look absolutely amazing, especially compared to AEW recent pictures, which is kind of a thing on Twitter. There was one big one that someone even said, TNA is back to being the new #2 company, which, listen, it's ridiculous, but what am I trying to say, Gary? What the hell's perception is reality. So
Oh.
people see that shit, you know what I mean? And they're like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, some people don't look into things. So, like, I don't know. I just think it's really fucking funny. It's like they have all the money in the world. NXT has fucking like I'd love to anyone out there just think about how much money an AEW show, you know what I mean? Like a Dynamite costs just with all the talent compared to an NXT show. Lords of Pain. Lords of Pain did a thing on this. You can check that out. Whatever. Okay, so Victory Road, super cool. Even better, I thought, was the tapings after Victory Road. They're finally doing certain things that are interesting. Oh, first off, shout out to the big Val Boski, who gave us a big boost on Twitter last week. A lot of people probably see him as, like, what's the word? Controversial.
Yeah.
Has crazy views. I see him as Val Venus, an awesome character who made me laugh when I was young, like most fans. And if anyone out there has a problem with that, okay, I'm done with sounds for today. Okay, so I'm JaySin. This is Gary the Horror King. He's got his own horror channel or movies, whatever the hell he's up to now. You can check that out. It's linked somewhere here. Okay, don't know where to start. Do we have any news? Okay, no. Well, how about you could take the crowds first? You didn't get to talk about the crowds, and I know you're big on, how things look and all that. And
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get right into Victory Road in terms of the look and everything. I told before we went live, I was mentioning to Jay. I mentioned that there's a QR code on the Tron, which is very rare. I can't remember a time when TNA or Impact has done that, and I heard like rumblings about how they are currently comparing this current show or this live event to stuff on Spike TV. So people are saying stuff like that. I think the
like
production
the
is
way it looked, I mean,
yeah,
production.
in terms of like quality and kind of panning on the audience, like they had like colored lighting on them, so they kind of stood out.
Yeah, I thought it
Um,
looked great. I don't know all the things that Gary does. One thing I don't like is when they have the show before, or am I crazy? Did the show before have the Victory Road stuff on it?
oh, you mean like plugging it?
Like, did Victory Road look the same as Impact this week?
Uh,
Am I crazy or am I thinking about? Okay, I might be thinking
the
about taping.
Thursday. Well, no. See, they wouldn't
Yeah,
have
that's
been
right.
the
Yeah,
same venue because they
yeah, it
were
doesn't make sense. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
because
I'm
they
probably
were in,
sorry. I'm confused. I read the spoilers and I'm trying to stay away from them for early on
yeah.
here, but I can give a little tease that I believe 5 NXT talents were at the tapings. Very cool, and a bunch were knockouts. So, I mean, that's one thing we've been complaining about for how long?
Yeah. Yeah, and then we
Also,
had
I can spoil this one because she posted it on Twitter. Hi, Ann. Oh my God. I must have mentioned her 100 fucking times since I started podcasting, maybe even more. I was such a huge fan years ago, and I was always like, why doesn't anyone sign this girl? Now, I'm thinking she has to have something like she just doesn't want to be signed. You know what I mean? Doesn't want to be locked down or something. It's like, that's how
but
good she is.
when you sent me the picture of her, I honestly I don't know, I know very little about her. But I thought like her gear, her look, it's a no brainer if they let her go, that's on them.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that because she did face Zia Leah in her debut at the tapings. So make of that what you will for now. Also, shit, who else was there? All right, whatever. We'll get to the spoilers after the Victory Road review. And sorry, I'm stalling. I'm trying to look for TNA news, and I'm just not finding anything at
Yeah,
all.
it's
It's
been a
all
very
buried.
light week, so
Yeah, it's also buried behind the There's so many reviews for Victory Road. Okay, so our friend Christian Thompson gave it a 7.75 out of 10,
Oh,
and that is their second favorite TNA show of the year. Really enjoyed it, but like I've said in the past, they're kind of like a teacher where they're super. Where he's kind of like a teacher where he's I don't know why, where he's super like you have to earn the grade, I guess, you know. Well,
yeah,
I'm more of a it's TNA. I'm going to start it around 7, and then we'll see where it goes.
yeah.
Unless it really, really sucks, but like I don't know. I guess I'm like I don't know, more of a mark or a fan, whatever. And they're just an actual writer. And so I did my own review of this, which kind of crazy, but let me just read my final part here. This card didn't look especially good to me. Then there was a late change with Tasha replacing injured Alicia. So I thought that was bad. Then there was a match dropped in a really weird way with PCO Steph. And it still ended up being a surprisingly really good show.
Oh, yeah. They did mention that
That was me.
well, no, Steph DeLander had suffered a neck injury.
Yeah, I mean,
That
couldn't they have mentioned
required,
that on TNA?
yeah, that she required surgery. Is required.
But I mean, like, was that needed for them to all come out to the ring like that? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
and once they did, like, how do you just leave it at that? I mean, I don't know. Where was what's his name? I was just waiting. Like, okay, for Santino, like, okay, if you don't want to fight, then you three are. Go ahead. Like
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
I don't know. It's just very weird. You have PCO there. You don't give them like a few minutes to do stuff.
yeah.
Um,
I think what happens, Jay, like when something like gets like thrown a monkey wrench into the whole thing, can sometimes set things in motion, like not for a good, in a good way.
yeah,
But I think they did the best they could here with,
yeah.
with the injuries and whatnot.
Another thing I loved: hammer something, and screw everyone if they don't go with this name.
Oh
Hammerstone and
yeah,
Jake something. I mean, come
yeah,
on. They can literally end their promos with, "Now we're off to hammer something." You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I honestly thought this pre-show was really good,
yeah,
considering
fuck it, yeah.
bad track record of pre-show. I think we have like 5 live events in a row where the pre-shows have been kind of
Yeah, and if you
disaster.
don't know, Gary hates pre-shows more than anything in life.
Pretty
He would
much.
rather fight a bear than watch a pre-show. But yeah, this is like I don't know, maybe they're listening. Like this was 2 matches, which again, I don't know, we said 1, but I mean listen, this was fine. Kushida and Slater, X Division, you know what I mean? That's full on X Division. I
Well,
love it.
and then they even balanced it too because the first match lasted a hair under 8 minutes, and the second
Yeah.
one lasted a hair under eight
Yeah.
minutes.
Like there was no pointless 3-minute fucking
Yeah,
like they were both good. I don't know if they mean anything, Kushida,
they
you know.
got in and got out.
Other than Kushida got a win, like we've been like I think you literally said last week, this fucking guy never wins or whatever.
Yeah,
Hammerstone and something. I mean, that is an awesome fucking tag team that I would have never even thought to put together. First off, I don't like Hammerstone in a tag team, but I get it. You know, they got what probably like Hendry up there. You
I
got
just
Moose as a top heel. You got friggin' it looks like Nemeth's probably gonna become a heel now because of JBL. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. Getting back to Hammerstone though, I have to think. Um, Pairing him with somebody though could be a problem down the road because like he's always been seen as a singles competitor. I
Yeah,
love the tag team, but
I agree.
I don't know if Hammerstone going forward will,
I see him as a
I don't
top
know
guy.
if egocentric or not, but like
Yeah,
I know
I see him as a top guy. And if you don't
yeah,
know, he was in MLW. Like I think he was a champ for like 5 fucking years or something. Like
yeah, yeah, that
it was him and Jacob fought too. They would just trade the titles.
it's kind of like the writing on the wall. If they're gonna keep him as a tag team, like you can see Hammerstone jumping Jake at
Yeah,
some
see,
point.
that's a hard one because they need tag teams
Yeah.
so goddamn bad and like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess maybe how about this? Keep them together for 6 months or maybe a year, then they break up. But I don't know. I don't know if I want Hammerstone out of the.
Yeah.
They could break up when Hendry has the title for a few months, and then you have Hammerstone beat Hendry. How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I really want Hammerstone to be the man in TNA. I want him to be the next Josh, the better version of Josh with
Yeah, or
somewhat
like
of a
or,
personality. And Jesus Christ, I don't like
or,
talking about men's bodies, but have you
or kind
seen
of
this
like
man?
being our version of a Brock Lesnar.
Seriously,
Or,
have you seen this man's fucking abs?
yeah. He could probably crack walnuts.
Just want to say I'm a totally straight dude, and one of my friends I won't mention made fun of me for for sharing a picture of abs. But it was like,
Well,
I'm just
somebody was saying that's the
so
reason.
impressed with those things. Like, I bet you could hit that with a baseball bat. I don't think he would fucking budge.
Well, somebody was saying that's the reason why they think NXT or WWE didn't go after him, because they think he's on the juice.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, but he was on TV there. Doesn't that count?
What's that?
He did have a match at NXT.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth to it. I just always thought
Yeah.
maybe that's.
See, I'm thinking
Yeah.
anyone who shows up at NXT is like on their radar and maybe sticking there.
Yeah.
So like I get. I mean, and listen, they're picking the good ones. I mean, I always said Rosemary was my fucking favorite character of all time until
Yeah.
recently when I feel like she
That'd be
kind of got lame and weird looking, and not weird
yeah.
looking. Like, I just don't like the short hair, and I don't like the new. Like, she used to have a look where it was like, you know what I mean? That when she had that perfect fucking makeup, and like,
Yeah. She
I'll
kind of
never
got
forget, like,
that.
this one time she looked up and like she had like, I don't say cleavage, but yeah, she had like some good cleavage going, and like the makeup was so fucking perfect. And I think it was when she was with Allie at the time, and it was just like, it was the greatest look I've ever seen. And before that, she had the greatest look I've ever seen. And now it's just like, I don't know. Now she's like a Wendy Chu kind of looking person who I feel like it's like a more of a forced evil look.
Well, when she first debuted, she had like a bit of a nod. I think it was almost like plagiarized the old animated classic Alice in Wonderland. She made that comment where she said, "We're all mad here."
Oh wow, you're right. Yeah, she said it a bunch of
Yeah,
times.
but like yeah, like early on, like that's the Rosemary that
Yeah.
TNA fan base embraces, not this current incarnation or whatever incantation, whatever you want to call it.
And she's over with NXT and still, most fans, but whatever. I just miss
Yeah,
my old version. I just miss my old Rosemary. Whatever. Don't want to waste too much time on someone who I'm not even sure was at this show. We'll get to that. See, I thought she was going to be in. Um, but did she not come out? Oh yeah, they both attacked Jordan. Is that right?
yeah.
No, did they?
Wait, or wait, that
So
might have
messed up.
been,
Thinking about so messed up.
maybe
Thinking
that
about the
was
spoilers.
Thursday. The
Hang on, I'm
Thursday.
fucked up thinking about the spoilers. Let me pull up Christian's review.
Thursdays are screwing me up too. Like when they
Yeah,
write.
apologies, people. We have to watch the show on Thursday and then fucking Friday, and then I have to do spoilers on Saturday. And okay, so jump to the knockouts match fast. Yeah, post match, Rosemary attacked Grace. So did, and then Chu.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. I'll
yeah, I
check this.
totally thought. I don't know why I thought that was on. But okay, what'd you think of that match? Now let me just here's Thompson, 3 3/4 stars. That was surprisingly much better than I expected. Chu looked really good. I like the power moves. She certainly didn't back down. This was easily the match Grace has got out of any NXT woman, even Roxy as their match. Yeah, I totally agree. Like they just, and I didn't like. I don't know much about Wendy Chu. I thought she was like more of a character, kind of like
Well,
Rosemary.
is
But like
with
she did a really good job.
my thing with the J is like these women have very little time in ring together, and like to put on a match like this with in front of a live crowd and really not rehearse much. Really
Oh
solid
yeah,
match. Probably
that's what.
definitely would be on the call.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, 3 3/4 stars. Jeez. I gotta
Yeah,
talk. I gotta talk to Thompson about that because I've never. I don't usually do grades, so I
yeah,
did out of 4. To me, it's out of 4. No,
yeah,
Can you get better than 4? I mean, if you're not Meltzer,
yeah.
isn't 4-star match the best you can get, or is it a 5-star match? Or
It,
do you
it
not? Or do you not
depends.
know because you don't pay attention to stupid bullshit?
Yeah, it just depends who's the publicist that's writing the
I
article.
guess. Yeah.
You know
Like
what
I
I
was
mean?
looking, some
I,
people do like A plus B C. Like,
if you're basing it on movies, I know it's 4-star, but like wrestling's a different, can of
okay,
worms.
Thompson. I know you're listening, Thompson. I need a scale on this page. Maybe at the bottom of your reviews, just a little, I only go to 5, or these are out of 10. I mean, I know it's out
Yeah,
of 10. That's stupid, but okay. So Thompson gave it one whole more star than me, and I think I messed up with that, to be honest. I think I missed a star. But to me, that would have been like a 3 3/4 match. Like for me, that's one away from 4 stars. So like, that's not what that was for me. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was more like 3 stars, 2
yeah.
3/4. And like to me, there was one 4-star match on this show, or unless you want to call it 5. I don't fucking know what people are doing. I gave it 3 3/4 because There was one moment I absolutely hated in the match where Bailey and Wentz just kind of stopped and like stared at each other, and then they did the Hogan Rock thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
When they
really?
look, you know what I mean? When they look to the
You
crowd. I'm
thought
sorry,
that?
sorry. I jumped to the X Division match.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
Bailey and Wentz, incredible match.
yeah.
But like they stopped and they just dead stopped and like they did the Hogan, the Hogan Rock thing where like they each looked
Oh,
to the side, like
oh, yeah,
you know what I mean, like
yeah,
trying to like seeing whose side the crowd is on, and it was like, oh, I just hated it. It was a
yeah. I
little thing,
see.
but I hate it. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I think what it is like some people say these flippy guys are like. Sometimes it almost looks like they're really not wrestling. It looks like it's just one like
Oh
big
yeah, no, that's that's
yeah
like every
whatnot.
most most AEW matches, I think.
Yeah, kind of what happened in the Leon Slater and Kushida match in the pre-show when he did that header over the ring post,
Oh yeah, I
and
mean that was a fun
he
little.
totally oversold the
Yeah,
who Kushida was, and I mean, it was an awesome move,
yeah.
but I mean, when I noticed that instantly when he overshot him by like
That's
a
another thing,
foot.
though. I mean, how much time is this guy getting? You know, like.
Yeah, yeah,
And he's got, you know, he's pumped as shit, and he's going out there, and he's probably jumping 5 feet longer than he should because he's so excited or whatever. But
yeah. Leon Slater is like an
get him on
impressive.
TNA, get him on Impact tomorrow. What the hell?
I think that dude could play in the NBA.
Oh yeah. So oh yeah, sorry, going back. Kushida got the win over Slater. I gave it 2.5 stars. Pretty sure our friend Thompson did not do the pre-show, which makes us better fans. Woo!
Uh
Just kidding.
oh, don't want to piss people off in this.
Just kidding. I pissed off enough
They take
people.
on kangaroos and stuff there.
Yeah, I pissed off enough people. I don't need to. Speaking of, fuck you, TNI. If you're out there, you fucking weirdo creeps, along with Fightful. And yeah, I think that's all I hate this week. Okay, so Victory Road, is that the? Okay, no, we missed the. What the hell was the other? What was this? Hammer something defeated Eric Young and Macklin, which I liked, but god damn it, Macklin finally wins a match, then he loses like the next. You know what I mean? Like Jesus. He
Yeah,
might have the worst fucking record in TNA. Like, someone needs to look that up. What
but
is Macklin's
but
record?
didn't EY eat the pin? I want to say he did, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Okay, which was good here.
wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait, why was Macklin?
What's that?
Is Macklin turning face? Or
I
I mean, I know
him
this was just like a respect kind of thing.
yeah, like it's like the young line, old line, like like he respects him, and I don't
They
know, he's
fought,
kind
right?
of
Okay,
very
yeah. So
similar.
Macklin beat Young, and then Young like was like, all right, I respect you now. So then they
Yeah,
tagged up, but then they lost. So like, I guess that goes back to another match. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. I mean, at least it's a story. I mean,
who knows? Maybe they'll stay as a tag team. Like you
yeah.
said, we
I mean, yeah. Keep it going.
yeah, I
I
would
mean, again, as much as I love Hammerstone, I love fucking Macklin. Like, it's tough. They don't have
yeah.
enough room or titles. Okay, then, yeah, I give that one 2.75 stars. I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of stars. I feel like a lot of the same, like 3 stars. Like, just fun for me. You know what I mean? Like, to me, three is a fun match. But whatever. Hardy's, Matt and Jeff defeated First Class. Hardy's are so insanely over. I thought starting the
Was
show with that one was dumb, but I mean, the
I'm
amount of
getting
noise they brought, holy shit.
I'm getting confused too. I can't remember if it was at the Victory Road or at the tapings. But I believe KC Navarro was somewhat injured, but I guess he's now fine. So
Oh, oh no, yeah, okay. Well, he was good. He was fine at the main show
yeah,
because
oh
I thought he looked
yeah,
especially good. Like he stood out for me more than anyone,
oh did he?
and
Yeah,
he's been
I don't know.
standing out.
I guess I get like I see the Hardys in the ring, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I got like a man crush on the Hardys.
I think a lot. I mean, listen, they're the goddamn Hardys. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
how many?
yeah.
There's no teams left like that. Like that, they're the last ones. It was what the Hardys, the Dudleys, the fucking Edge and Christian maybe can come back together one more time, but like these guys have never stopped. Other than like I don't know.
Well,
Actually, I don't know
so
when they were apart, other than one of them going to jail or something.
well, and then we owe these two guys like a world of gratitude for keeping TNA afloat for like
I'll tell
over,
you.
you know
And
what I
again,
mean?
I talk about
About
how much
30.
I talk every week about how much they're a fucking draw. Look at the YouTube. It's insanity.
Yep.
But it's really not though, because it's fucking Jeff Hardy. I mean, you know what I mean? There could be people googling Jeff Hardy. There's people who Google Jeff Hardy every day of the year. I'm sure. You know, that's how big Jeff Hardy is. He's fucking
Yeah,
Jeff
that's right.
Hardy, and I think people forget that. Like he could be world champion tomorrow if they wanted.
Well, my son's all of 25, and his favorite wrestler is Jeff.
That's what I
So,
mean. Like I still think he could be world champion. I know people will laugh, but I
yeah,
mean, Dolph Ziggler is champion. Who's bigger, Dolph or?
yeah, yeah, definitely.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Okay, so Hardy's defeated First Class. Hardys have to win. Man, I don't like First Class losing, but again, solid tag team. Like, just starting to
But I
get some
think
goddamn tag teams.
I definitely think it's better, like with them losing, though, because let's face it. I mean, Navarro's an awesome wrestler, but I think they're trying to sell Swan as the better
Oh yeah.
partner.
Also, yeah.
And he's not there, and then he got
Plus,
arrested. And
yeah. Plus, like they should be losing because he's new and
yeah,
they're working together, and yeah,
exactly.
it fits. It's a good story and all that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
Bailey defeated Wentz to become new champion. We mentioned that. I was
Yeah, that
surprised.
one.
I was the most surprised because Wentz is being like featured on NXT at the moment.
Yeah, and that's what I couldn't believe.
Okay,
That
but here's the thing: he's facing his old teammate Wes Lee, so they're going back to that. You know what I mean?
okay, so we could see a
Like he
Bailey
was.
match.
So it's gonna be Wesley. Actually, wait, hang on. Is Wesley okay? Wesley is the North American Tag Team Champion. See?
Oh,
Okay, so that's how thing.
oh,
We took the belt off him, so now there's not going to be a double belt situation when they fight on
oh.
whatever the next
Well, that makes.
WWE special is.
But they let this match go for almost 18 minutes.
Yeah, and I usually don't like that, but I didn't mind, which is
Yeah,
surprising
and
because if
I
anyone
can't
knows me,
remember.
I don't like pro wrestling matches.
I can't remember the last time I seen Bailey or Wentz in a nearly 20-minute match. I know Bailey was in a Iron Man match maybe
Yeah.
once or twice, but
I'm a little afraid Wentz is leaving just because like they're giving him so much time and both goddamn promotions. They give him
oh
so much
yeah, and then
time and focus and like
and I really don't think TNA have really ever used the the what's the name of the team? I can't get Wentz and Miguel.
oh yeah, like correctly or as good as they
Yeah,
should
like
be.
using them like they should. Like they finally got their first tag team championship,
Yeah, it's
but
insane.
kind
Yeah,
of
it's
always
insane.
like they've kind
They
of
could have been.
always like,
They should have
did
been five-time champions. They should be like the New Day for
yeah,
TNA.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
They
sir.
should be in that discussion for like maybe one of the best tag teams in TNA
Yeah,
history. That kind of
it's a
thing.
very weird thing. Similar to Rosemary, who
Yeah.
again has not won a title since what's the word? Since
Since before COVID.
GFW. Seriously, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the world title since GFW. Like, and it's like
yeah,
NXT wanted her. Like Jesus, whatever. I mean, I talked about her for years. Like, and I like I feel like she could be a five-time champ. Like the Rascals should be like three-time champs. That's a weird thing. I don't know. They're weird with titles, but maybe it's about like
yeah,
who's signed at the moment and whatever.
yeah.
So next up, PCO and Rhino. Okay, so that's the thing that didn't happen. Steph gave a speech about needing surgery, and also I turned it on a little late, so I literally turned it on, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't want to be part of this." And I'm like, "Wait, is that it?" Like, I didn't
Yeah,
catch the part where she was hurt until after. So she was like, "Yeah, I got hurt. Also, I don't want to be part of this anymore, guys. Like, and it's true. It's stupid. Like. But goddamn, this poor girl. This poor girl's luck. Holy shit! Did she give a speech a few months ago that she was leaving, and then she came back?
yeah. Said something about rethinking things over. I think this
What the
might be
hell's
part.
happening? Is she having matches? Oh, I guess on the Indies.
Yeah, but the only thing I don't like about the way the current PCO storyline is like it's a lot of overbooking, and
Oh
I
yeah,
kind of feel like he's like an
I don't like.
afterthought.
I don't like the whole yeah. I don't like the whole marriage thing after seeing what happened after it. I mean,
Yeah,
I think they might have got screwed because they were probably planning on a bunch of mixed tag matches and now they can't.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's
I think
life.
that's a lot of it.
But that's life. You wake up, you get screwed. Happens again tomorrow. So Knockouts Tag Championship, Spitfire. This is the one match I would have literally bet money on because they couldn't
Yeah,
have lost. They couldn't have lost. There's no teams.
yeah. The whole thing. going into this is like is like a one trick pony. You knew what way it was going to go, just because.
Yeah.
What else is Danny Luna
Well,
and
I mean,
going to do?
Tasha being there made me think for a little.
Yeah,
And let me say that's another big thing about the show I loved. Tasha Steele's back in the fucking mix. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
she was like all excited and shit. Like I loved it. Like that's fucking Tasha, man. She's a star.
no, yeah, definitely. I don't know why, like they always makeshift her. It seems like on the roster out of anybody. It's
Yeah, it's
like
a weird thing.
like she's been I believe a two-time
Yeah,
knockout champion,
I know at
and
least one. Yeah,
you'd never even know it.
no, like make she should always be her own thing. Like that's not a thing. Like yeah, I don't like the makeshift sticking her into this. I thought it was funny. Tasha and Masha. Maybe someone else thought it was funny, and that's why they did it. But also,
I,
Masha turning face is awesome, and getting Masha out of a fucking tag team is awesome. Even though it's at the expense of Tasha for the moment, but you know what I mean? Like Masha, like
yeah,
Jordan talked to her after, and like I forget the whole thing, but it was like you're not alone or whatever. Like, so Masha's gonna be a singles face, which is awesome. Like that's someone out of the goddamn dead tag division, which they have to get rid of.
yeah.
I don't care. I'll just say it until I die. They have to. It would have never worked in the beginning. And sorry, want to take a moment. I almost forgot. Fuck everyone out there. All of you fucking idiots who were on Scott's side. I was gonna pull up. Maybe we'll do it next week. The stupidest, lamest tweets about when Scott left. Like, oh man, that's the end of TNA. Scott was the only person that knew how to do everything. Scott this, Scott that. Scott. He even talked about it. Like how great he. He even
Oh
talked about
yeah,
how amazing he was. And guess what? Look what they're fucking doing now, assholes.
yeah,
Look what they're doing now. Buzz.
and
They have something they haven't had in years. Buzz.
yeah,
Look at
and
these
then I heard,
people are comparing them to AEW.
yeah, and then the thing is, I heard people saying, well, they might as well sell the company now and sell the library to WWE.
Exactly. I'm sure that I'm going to go back because I'm sure I could find big podcasters like BQ and whoever else. TNI people. I mean TNI. They Team TNI had a goddamn. I think they had like a ceremony that night, just crying, hysterical, and probably drinking because they're a bunch of fucking drunks. Except that dude who goes to the shows. I don't know about him. He's cool with me. Um, but yeah, fuck all you, man. You were all wrong. And we should all get a fucking thank you for the abuse that I and we got for pointing out shit so far ahead of time. And it ended up being right. Now Scott's gone. You don't see anybody out there like, oh, I was wrong.
Well,
He didn't fucking carry the company. He wasn't the one man
he
fucking
was
carrying everything.
hijacking he was hijacking the shows for me too, because
Oh, yeah,
like
people
every
forget that
time
too. Maybe
he
he would come
come
out
to
at the
the
end.
he'd come out to the ring, and then he'd
Yeah.
have the headphones, and he'd have it around, and it looked so uh unprofessional. You know what I mean? You're supposed
Like after Victory Road, he would have came out, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And like that's him taking credit. Like, fuck you, stay in the back. You're a promoter. Even Tony
Yeah.
Khan doesn't do that. I give Tony Khan more shit than anyone. He'll come
I
out
mean,
during the show. He doesn't come out after. You know what I mean? He
this
won't
is
go out in the ring
fine.
after.
This is fine if he's playing the character in IPWF, where you don't take anything literal, and it's kind of
Yeah,
like.
no.
But
Whatever. I
this
don't even want to waste time
no,
talking about him anymore. He's
gone.
a promoter up in the middle of nowhere with his creepy ass nympho transgender girlfriend, which I'm sorry hurt some people's feelings, but
With the
that's what it
company,
is. A
with
nympho transgender who is in a promotion. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure Scott's promotion goes after
who I'm
children. You
sure,
know what I mean?
who I'm
Like,
sure is going to land a um deal with Aunt Jemima pancake syrup. So
yeah, I'm sure she's gonna land. I'm guessing she's gonna land in prison or some shit for doing some. Her and Scott in a few years from now, when people find out what they were really doing. God, I'm so happy that all. I am so happy that shit came out. I'm so happy no one fired his fucking dumbass and proved. You know what I mean? Remember all that? Oh, he's gonna go right to
and
AEW.
people
Stick
don't,
it up.
and a lot of the talent don't seem like they're walking on eggshells anymore either.
Oh yeah, but also, well, how about those assholes? And we'll put the fucking emojis up. How do you think they're
Yeah,
feeling? I would love
yeah,
to go back and find the emojis and see who didn't do the emojis and see if the people who didn't do the emojis are getting pushed. I mean, look at
and if
Josh. Look at
yeah,
Josh. I told everyone this would happen. He tapped out to
yeah,
his
he
own
hasn't.
move again, I think.
What was it they said he lost like 2 matches in
He's
2 years or something? He's already lost like three or
then he's
four.
lost back-to-back matches, and I'm pretty sure didn't he take his C4 last time?
Yeah.
Like this is what you do to like humility. This is Vince McMahon when he's pissed at a star
Oh
leaving the
yeah, good
company,
point.
man.
Yeah, I see that.
That's what this is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because they know you're not Team TNA,
and
so
they want him to look like shit on his way out. You don't make someone look good on their way out. Like fucking, I'll never forget Dixie with AJ Styles, and I always stick up for Dixie, but she made
yeah,
AJ Styles look bigger on his way out. That
yeah,
was like maybe the dumbest thing in the history of wrestling.
yeah, yeah. Not something we like to look back on.
That was painful. But I mean, also that's another thing I love pointing out. If Dixie fucking Carter was running AEW, how
Yeah.
different would the reaction be? If she owned AEW, I mean, is that part of it sexism?
Oh yeah, definitely. She got
Why
run through
isn't
all the
Tony the laughing stock
uh,
that Dixie is when Tony is
critical.
spending? How much more money is Tony spending? You think than her? 100 times more, maybe.
Yeah, I think
If
I definitely.
Mercedes Moné is really making like $6 million a year.
Well, let's put it this way, Jay. I think with all the money they've spent, they could have bought Panda Energy. That's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Back to the show. Okay. So yeah, Spitfire wins. Love seeing Masha back and Tasha. Who knows what's going to happen with her? Looks like she's in the system or kind of adjacent. Then Joe Hendry beat Josh Alexander. I gave that 3 stars. I don't know. I think it was kind of obvious.
Well, yeah. I wonder too. Getting before we move on, if you mentioned that you think Tasha could possibly be joining, um, can't think of their name again.
System.
System. Why not have like storyline wise? Why not pair her with uh, um, Dango and have them be like this couple?
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
there you go.
like they're always bickering and
Yeah,
shit at each other, but
that could be fun.
they're always, I
That could be
think they
fun
play
actually.
well
Yeah,
off each other.
yeah. I mean, it would kind of be like actually let something develop on TV
Yeah,
instead of just hey we're gonna have PCO get married to what's it to a
yeah.
girl like 20 something years old and it's kind of super weird but nobody think about that.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, and
so sorry.
it makes a lot of sense that like you could have it'd be Tosh and Mosh, Mosh Islamovich. So I mean,
Yeah, I was working on that with Robles.
kind of makes sense.
Like Mom Shintosh or Tosh and but they didn't last long enough for the world to get any of that.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably would have been a good tag team. They're probably 2 and 3 in terms of the best wrestlers outside of Jordan,
yeah, definitely.
or
But
very
that
close
bar
to it.
from Jordan is just so much.
Oh
You know,
yes,
it
it's about a
just
mile.
sticks out
Oh,
like a
I don't know.
smashed thumb.
I think Tosh is the closest. I mean, she's
Yeah,
put on good matches with Jordan, like or maybe great matches,
yeah,
unlike
yeah,
many. Okay, so uh, yeah, Josh wins, and the system defeats ABC. I don't know. I guess I'm cool with that. I don't know. ABC is.
yeah.
I don't
We
know the
see it
words.
in
What is
Dolesville
ABC?
as of late.
Yeah.
But I mean,
They. I don't know. Maybe it's like they're too similar to the Rascals, and the Rascals are getting pushed right now. So
well, I do think this comes into play with the storyline because the system had mentioned on the episode before this that they were rebooting the system. So I mean, usually when you reboot something, the first thing you do is you give it a little bit of glory, or in this case, put a belt on back around the waist of Myers and Edwards. So
yeah, yeah. And plus, I like the whole. I mentioned
yeah,
how they're kind of keeping the system. They're keeping the system somewhat strong. Like I don't think they've been without titles. You know what I mean? Like even during their
yeah,
downtime.
yeah.
So like
Well, I
good,
have
very
a
good
feeling
fucking.
like they've been kind of hinting at a split between Austin and Bay. I don't know if
Maybe
they're gonna.
maybe one of them joins. I like
Yeah,
the idea of the system growing after they lost the world title, and
I, well, I mean, it's a good way to keep it bolstered. To make.
they're a good group. They're fun. They're interesting. They can
Yeah,
talk. They can.
you know.
Alicia's been friggin' better than ever. Okay, so we did the Jordan match. Last up, World Championship, Nemeth Moose. I thought this was fucking awesome and almost as good as the X match. Like Nemeth's last two matches have been incredible. I feel like he just totally turned it up a notch, or
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
it was the longest match of the pay-per-view as well.
And Moose, man, like I don't know, these two just work together like really well. Moose is fantastic. When Moose has the right opponent, like he's literally a great wrestler. He's a great, great wrestler. And I mean,
Yeah, I
just
know.
fucking Ziggler, man. He would have the match of the night almost every fucking night, and it became like a boring thing.
I think I know what the secret is to this, Jay. Moose is used to working with New Japan
Yeah.
and the technical wrestlers and whatnot, and he was holding his own in the ROH days with guys half his size and speed, and I think he's kind of been versed in this. He can mix it up with anybody, small, big, medium.
Yeah. Um, what do I have here? JBL returned and saved Nick from the system after he won the match. Oh no, sorry, that was before the match was over. He gave, good lord, I mean, just Google, check him out on Twitter or wherever. I mean, these clotheslines were so fucking nasty. And then he gave one on MLW the night after, and the guy just did not sell it like in a good way. So like, if you
Oh, he
compare them,
showed up in MLW.
yeah, he should have been MLW like the night after.
Oh
He's
wow.
like, yeah,
Cool.
he's like, I have one goal. Like he had to mention his goal, and I'm like, I don't know, looks like murder. Like Alan Schrager in the group asked, and I was like, I don't know, murder. He wants to, looks like he wants to go around murdering everyone with these clothes. But that's one of my favorite fucking moves, and it just shows like you can make any move good. You know what I mean? If you
Well,
actually.
well, it's kind of funny. Last week we made that reference something about with Funaki. I can't remember, but apparently he was. I don't know if he was backstage at TNA or
I don't know.
MLW,
Yeah.
but he's putting TNA over, and then he said Indeed. I don't know
Oh, I
if you
didn't catch that.
that. Yeah, pretty cool.
I mean,
Bit
it's
of
funny. I
it
like.
nostalgic homage to Attitude Era.
The one thing about this JBL thing is, okay, where is it going? And
Yeah.
maybe this is where it is. Nemeth is friends with him, and he's good with the protection. Maybe JBL goes too far though. You know what I mean? Maybe he kind of like clotheslines fucking. Let's say it's Hendry.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
too early. Like instead of like trying to stop other people from hurting him and cheating him, maybe it becomes like he's trying to keep him. And then you could make like Dolph still a face, but loses that way. And then you make JBL the heel, which I don't know where that goes, but it's
Yeah, I mean,
interesting.
with
I mean,
with
it's interesting.
JBL, he's so like you could interchange him like kind of like a Paul Heyman
Oh
because
yeah,
he's a really
he could
good face, but then he can be a real
no, he
big
could be a
dick.
fucking. He
And
says he
be
could
an
be a
a-
manager. He could be a manager. He could be on the fucking commentary.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, the crowd was loud and responsive. Just had that at the bottom of my thing here. Didn't mention it. Um, and yeah, I think that's it for this show. Do you have a grade you want to throw out there?
Um, Thompson did almost 8, right?
7.75, I believe. Let me just. You can also have this 7.7, 7.75. The only 8 they've given out was for Hard to Kill this year. Real hard ass.
Yeah, I would probably put in an 8 too, around there.
I gave it. Hang on, got a lot of writing here. Sorry. Wait, that's the wrong page. That's the one with spoilers. Okay, that's why there was so much writing. I think I gave it an 8.3. 8.2. 8.2. And let me tell you, it's pretty fucking random with those points at the end, other than like
Yeah,
8.2, 8.1, unless it's like
yeah,
8.8, 8.7, but whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fun show. And
yeah, definitely. I don't even remember what we gave Hard to Kill. I mean, I remember it being pretty awesome just because it was like
yeah,
rebirth of
that
TNA.
was that Scott?
Yeah,
See, I might have disliked it just because of Scott, which is, hey, it
yeah.
happens. I
Well,
don't like
that was
Josh matches.
beginning,
I don't like Josh matches anymore because I don't like Josh. I don't
and
mind
I
being honest about these things.
and I hate it when you look at a full year of all the shows TNA's done and you go back and like, God, I really don't remember a lot
Oh,
about.
totally. Yeah,
You know
totally.
what I mean? Like, and it's kind of like the way it is with the Oscars. They give more recent, the the more well-renowned movies, they'll give them the better, like
Yeah.
the better chance to get the Oscar. But like with wrestling's the same way. Like you forget so much that like you
Especially
like.
now, especially now, it's
I think
fucking
that's why I
so
like
much
it.
television, so much wrestling on television.
That's why I like at the end of the year they do the recap for the year because it
Mm.
kind of refreshes my memory. Like, oh
And
shit,
that's why shows like this, I think, especially suck. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
it's 2 weeks after a fucking special,
yeah,
and like we're going into Bound for Glory, which is going to be more memorable. Wait, is there something before that?
no, no,
It's October
no.
Bound for
This
Glory.
Victory Road was our September show. Next month
Yeah.
is our the tent pole show with Bound for Glory.
Oh shit.
And then I
Finally
think
there.
the month after that is Turning Point, and then Final Resolution.
Wait, what the hell is? Oh, there's another taping coming up in Spartanburg, 27th and 28th, to get
Yeah,
to Bound for
South
Glory
Carolina.
on. Oh, the 26th it is. Okay, it's late this year, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna make those extra special because those are the Carolinas because of the heart.
Michigan, Turning Point. Oh shit, is this new? Final Resolution?
Oh no, I don't
Oh,
know. We commented like way back when I told them I thought they should try to. I don't think this had any bearing on it, but if it did, that's
center
cool. But,
stage, you motherfucker! Didn't you say that?
oh, center stage.
Yeah,
That's ending the year.
yeah. Didn't you say that you wanted center stage?
I said I liked it. I don't remember if I said for Final Resolution, but I do like Final Resolution being the final pay per view of the year, with the word "final" in there.
Was it
Kind of
not
like.
always?
No, about 2 or 3 years ago, they stopped doing Final Resolution, and
Yeah.
they do some like they take almost the entire month off.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's a simple thing. Final Resolution. End of the year. Final. Yep. Then there's tapings after Final Resolution, which I guess will lead into January, which supposedly wasn't even happening according to Dave Meltzer a few weeks or months ago. Okay, everyone, get the hell out of here because it's spoiler time. Um, First off, if you're listening to this, true one from TNA Asylum, that's who these spoilers come from. I could use your help with my site. If you're posting this shit for free, you can get paid soon. So let me know. Find me on Twitter,
yeah,
Facebook, leave a comment. Okay, so also good job with the spoilers. I guess they were at the show. So
oh
Explosion.
yeah,
Oh, there you go. Macklin and Eric Young defeated the Pillars of Destiny. They are still a tag
oh,
team.
is that what they're called?
Good call by you. Oh no, Macklin and Eric Young defeated the Pillars of Destiny.
Oh wow,
First Class
oh,
defeats Sinner and Saint, who I don't think have been on TNA yet. Impact.
they have, but they've been kind of lost in shuffle at some tapings.
Jesus, are they getting too many teams now all of a sudden?
It's I
That's
don't
two
know.
four.
Kind
That's
of like
four. That's four teams on
they're
Explosion.
kind of like been like Shogun and Jack Price. You very rarely see them
Yeah,
on TV.
that's what I mean. Like, keep them fucking together and just let them become a team.
Yeah,
Christ. Alicia starts up the taping with a segment about losing, and she calls out Masha. Masha and Tasha go at it. The rest of the system comes out, leading to the Hardys to making the save. Miss NXT Ariana Grace is here. Rosemary says Rosemary and Wendy Chu will team next week, which is coming at the bottom of these tapings. Cardona and Rhino went to DQ due to a chair shot. PCO makes a run in and choke slams him. And come on, is this even needed anymore without Steph?
no, I know.
I don't know. I'm just a
It,
Cardona. Maybe I'm just a Cardona hater.
getting
Whatever.
drawn out for sure.
And why Rhino? Why not
Right.
Khan? Can't we move on from Rhino?
Yeah, and then like, what did somebody say? I don't know. Isn't he like heavily involved in his own promotion or something in
Oh, was
Michigan?
he? All right, so maybe he's helping. Okay, so maybe he was.
I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe it was there and he was helping out or whatever. But I mean, I
Yeah,
get it. He gets a pop, but it's like I also feel
yeah,
like he gets a fucking. If someone turns on a show and Rhino's on, like they'll laugh and be like, "Up, same old TNA."
yeah. That's a good point.
Spitfire comes out once again. Mix NXT. Ariana Grace brings Carly Bright and Kendall Gray, NXT stars. Spitfire get the win over NXT stars. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
And we've been complaining about lack of tag teams, but hey, if they come from fucking NXT, whatever.
Well, then it gives them the experience, kind of being, and not that they need the exposure, because obviously NXT is more seen than TNA in terms of states, the state side of things,
Yeah.
but
Oh, you'll like this. I don't know if you caught this one. Wendy Chu is out with Rosemary. Ready? Rosemary has a new Tron.
again,
Oh wait, she just got a new Tron.
oh, she left her old Left Behind, and
Could it be Wendy Chu's new Tron? Well, whatever.
maybe,
Somebody has new Tron. Or
yeah,
maybe Truewood didn't notice it since last time, but whatever. Chu and Rosemary versus Jordan Grace and Sol Ruka. I don't have the
yeah,
winner of that match, but that's fucking cool, man. Sol Ruka's good. She wrestled
it-
Jordan on NXT, so like they're totally making sense out of shit now. Like Sol Ruka lost to Jordan, get it? So like, and then they talked afterwards, and they were like, I'll get you back or something. So now she's in fucking TNA getting
oh
Jordan's back.
wow.
Like that's really cool, and like they're actually mixing shit finally. Like I think they might have been testing it first, and now they're like, fuck it, we're going full on.
Well, I think too, it's making both the divisions like a lot more credible too, because
Oh
like
yeah.
just because like they like a lot of them are
Who the
rookies.
fuck has Spitfire beaten? You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like now they. I mean, listen, I don't know how great these girls are on NXT, but they're fucking NXT talent. It looks good. Like NXT talent is usually above TNA talent. I'm sorry, just the way it is.
well,
Okay, Joe Hendry in ring segment to a massive pop. He makes his intentions known for the TNA World Title. Kazarian is out, the king of TNA. He wants the same. And here comes Nemeth. Next episode, it's announced Kazarian versus Joe Hendry in a number one contenders match. Winner goes to Bound for Glory to face Nemeth. That is coming up soon. Hammerstone with Jake Something defeated Diener. I actually didn't get a result for this match. I just put in defeated Diener because, Hammerstone and Jake Something, if they didn't defeat Diener here, I'm sorry, Hammerstone with Jake Something.
yeah,
And somebody was abusing Diener, saying he's still doing that lame shit. You know what I mean?
well,
Like with the fans, like trying
well,
to be like,
it's the people's choice,
oh
right?
God. No,
The
you're,
people's choice to turn.
the people want you off television, dude. And he's a nice guy, and I feel bad, but
Yeah,
whatever.
it's the people's choice to find the remote to turn it
Like
to.
seriously, he's got
You
like the lowest hanging fruit, and it's still not working.
yeah,
Whatever. Laredo Kid versus Gresham. Maskless Gresham. He's done with that, which I don't know. I guess that's cool, but that was just fucking pointless. I
yeah.
don't know who won that match, but I'm thinking maybe Laredo Kid just because he's from that place and he was in a lot of he was doing a lot of promotional stuff. Nick Nemeth versus Sammy Callahan, and where the fuck has Sammy Callahan been?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Again, I think his commitment, I think, is in question in terms of
yeah,
staying in shape, and I don't know. I just kind of feel like the current TNA management just does not have very little or no confidence in him,
yeah.
which
Okay,
is
then this one kind of good, but I don't know. Mei Ling Lee, sorry, Mei Ying Lee,
oh,
formerly
you both of them.
Formerly
I
Zia
thought you
Lee.
said me the Yim.
Oh yeah, this sounds a little. Formerly Zia Lee in WWE at Rhymes defeated Hyann, who I love Hyann so much. I mean, she posted that she was there, and I really hope they sign both of them. They just signed Heather Reckless. I think we mentioned that. So they
Yeah,
actually have
that
knockouts coming in. Like,
they're pairing
um,
her with Ash by Elegance. I guess that's the whole
yeah.
goal with her.
Texas Death Match. Mike Santana defeated JDC in a very bloody match. Moose made in and ran. Moose ran in at the end and attacked Santana. So it looks like they're doing Moose Santana, which I like. Kind of puts
Well,
Santana up a bit, but also a Texas Death Match.
I don't know. I've been hearing a rumors that the reason why they haven't really been pushing Santana, like he's kind of been in limbo in terms of like up and down in wins, is that he might go to WWE or go
Oh
back,
shit.
crawl in on his hands and knees to AEW. I
Oh
don't.
god, that'd be so embarrassing. Uh, I mean, I could see if they thought like he would. I don't know. I mean, I could
Yeah,
see it. Like he thought he would come in and kind of be like a top guy, and it's like
yeah,
I don't know, whatever. Something didn't work out. Like
yep,
he's been making fucking videos talking about himself every week for like a year, and I'm
yeah.
already so fucking bored of it. Like I know you, dude. I watched you for years. Shut up and wrestle. Okay, now here's the big one. Joe Hendry loses to Frankie Kazarian. Yes, that is correct, everyone. Frankie Kazarian defeated Joe Hendry. But wait,
This,
the match was restarted by Santino with Nemeth Learned, Ref Frank. Damn, Ref Frank. Nice one, true one. That Kazarian used brass knuckles. And then Joe Hendry defeats Frankie Kazarian and will face Nick Nemeth at Bound for Glory.
oh wow.
Believe it's happening.
Well, the thing I do like about this is it gives Kazarian some storyline where he could bitch that he was robbed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's the best Frankie Kazarian is when he's been like jilted or feels
Being
like
a
he's
bitch. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know. This is something we might want to watch for come
Tell you,
2025.
there's like a lot of things with these spoilers, man. They just like I just sort of
Yeah,
there's a picture of Jeff Hardy with Masha right next to him. They're both on the tag ropes, and like Masha looks incredible as a face. Like she's like much more. You have to see it, and like just seeing Masha and Jeff Hardy together, I feel like even that brings her up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like she's
definitely.
already moving up a notch. Just being with fucking Jeff Hardy, like shit.
Yeah,
Okay, one thing I missed, and it was confusing. Hang on. I think it might have been the Hardy thing. Yep, mixed tag. Hardy's and Masha versus the System. Tasha, Eddie, Myers. That could be cool. 3-on-3 with a knockout. Two on
yeah.
sorry, 2-on-2 with a knockout. Now it says ABC did a run in, carrying Alicia out. What the fuck could that mean?
What?
I mean, I know we both know. I mean, you're on Asylum, like you know Truan. Like they're really good with knockouts. Like they know their
Yeah.
shit. Like they didn't get it. I don't think they got it wrong. ABC did a run in carrying
All I can
Alicia.
think of is maybe Alicia was is mad because like Tasha replaced her, and then they lost the titles.
I think it was like kind of like a fuck you to the system. Like
Yeah.
she's not hurt. We're taking this idiot backstage. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see with that. Just flying through everything else. I mean, I love the fact I totally forgot. I read this shit. I didn't realize it was a Texas death match. That's fucking exciting. Jesus. Can we get
Yeah,
more of those and more friggin' gimmicks? God.
because we were kind of promised that January, and kind of like where are those gimmick matches been or whatever. Like they don't even have them on the tapings or anything.
Yeah,
Half the
it's like that's the one big thing I think they're still missing. If they really want to be TNA or I don't know. Maybe they don't want to be the. I mean, I get it. You want to be the old TNA, but still, throw in some goddamn stupid ass. You know what I mean? Like one reverse battle royal or something. Like I think people will enjoy it, or like just get a laugh out of it.
if you have to throw comedy, just don't make it the cheese ball kind. Like
Oh yeah, like what's his name? Swinger
yeah,
or
stuff
what's
like
his name? Oh, Johnny fucking Bravo. Who they've both been. How long have they been off TV? I don't think one fan has noticed. All the fans that stuck up for these guys, talking about how they were so needed. Johnny Swinger tweeted, "I will have a job for life, thanks to my friend Scott." I remember looking at that like, you fucking idiot. Like, you don't think anyone's looking like that? Like, there was so many little things that happened that no one knows about. Like, just tweeting that. Imagine Anthem sees that and like, who the fuck is this guy? He's got a job for life because he's friends with the fucking president.
yeah.
Well, guess what? Giselle would have also had a job for life. And everyone should fucking thank us for getting rid of them all.
I
God
think he would have
damn.
been better served at thinking back. Like maybe throwing him in as a third man from time to time on commentary or something. It'd be a little better than what
Yeah.
we were getting backstage with the I don't know, just the storyline with the Swingers Palace and stuff. It just really never really.
Oh yeah, no, I swear that was like a place for you knew they had nothing going on, so they would just hang out there. I mean,
It
it was
was
kind of
lazy,
like it was a
really.
little. Yeah, it was interestingly lazy, I guess. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did like Chris Sabin in that role though.
oh yeah,
He's
like some people came in and killed it. Yeah.
awesome as shit. But like outside of that, there was like a lot of it was just like, do we really need to see Shira backstage at Swingers Palace or
Oh yeah. No, not at all. And I mean, and these guys were getting paid.
yeah.
The only sad thing about Swingers Palace is I'm pretty sure it's the last time we saw Falaba.
Oh yeah.
What the
Yeah, and
hell
I
did he ever do to anyone in the world to get fired? be too entertaining?
I don't know. I could have swore some of the problem was they asked him to lose the weight.
Well,
He trimmed down pretty good, and then he put it back on.
why?
I don't.
Why though? Like, why? Why do they have to lose
Yeah,
weight?
yeah.
Did they tell Yokozuna to lose weight?
No, he kept gaining. Unfortunately, that's probably what killed
Well,
him.
yeah. I mean, that's fair. Okay, that was a bad. He died of alcohol. Okay, sorry. I mean, I get it.
And
Like you're trying to, but he's not near Yokozuna. Like, I don't know.
no, definitely not. But
I don't know. I miss fat guys in wrestling. It's a weird thing to say, but
yeah, I miss the Bundys and
like Otis, I love Otis, and he's not even that fat. Like I want like a double sized Otis, but whatever. Okay, this is getting weird at the end. So check
yeah,
out Gary's channel,
we
and we're
like
getting
fat
close to
oily guys.
yeah.
Yeah, be sure to check out my crypt. I drop reviews weekly. Pretty much that's what I've been doing as of late. But
Weekly, more
sometimes,
like every 5 minutes, he's dropping a review.
yeah, sometimes I'll throw in a haul video like the stuff I have picked up. But I like doing the reviews, and they get pretty good viewership. So
Okay, hang on, got a minute. Did we miss any Did we miss any?
you might
JD
want
Oh god. Oh god. Oh
might want
god.
to
I gotta watch this video next. Oh my god.
might want
JD
to
from hang on. JD from New York joins Vince Russo to critique Sean Sapp's wrestling skills after he wrestled at GCW. Oh fuck.
might want to mention though. You said something about ditching your site or putting it
Oh
out
yeah.
there,
Well, we'll
changing
get to
it up.
that. We'll get to that. Let's just say I'm gonna have an all pro wrestling site. It's gonna be cool as fuck. So whatever. Um Damn it, I had one more thing. Oh, did we get any comments this week?
I think we do. I don't know if I don't
Hang
think
on, I'm pulling it up fast. I
I'm
think
gonna
there
say
might
I
have been
don't
some
I have you
douche,
have your
might have had
page
some
up.
douchebag fucking with Gary. Oh no. Great video, fellas. Can't wait for Victory Road this Friday. It will be better than AEW All Out. And wow, Giselle on a threesome with Callahan and Havoc. Shit, no, that wasn't the story. Fuck.
Yeah, and I had to take
Sorry,
down
I did not. Sorry, I did not think. Eric Isaac. If you're listening, no, Giselle fucked like supposedly like a bunch of other wrestlers, but the threesome with Callahan and Havoc was with a TNA VIP who basically sits at the shows all the time. So like, I don't want to mention this. I'm not going to mention. I would never mention the name or anything. And he
yeah.
was cool. He was cool. So whatever. Like he was cool to me. So he just told me that. Like at the time, I was like, I don't believe that. That's crazy. But then the Scott stuff came out and the Giselle stuff came out, and I was like, wow, it probably actually happened. So that's it. Thanks for those comments, and we'll be back next week.
Catch you next week.